What is up, guys? The Premium Rat here. Welcome to episode 4 of my Road to Glory series on FIFA 12 Ultimate Team. We start this episode by buying ourselves a Diarra. I'm not sure what team he plays for in the League 1, but he's pretty pacey, and we had a couple of grand saved up from the last coins in the last games, in the last episodes. So we decided to go and buy himself and a Gourcuff, pretty cheap Gourcuff. Even though he was a cam and a 4-4-2, it sort of doesn't match up. Because a cam isn't actually in the 4-4-2 position, but we decided to go for that anyway because it was the cheapest option. And we had a couple of contract issues from the end of the last game, but luckily we had a couple of bronze contracts, so we put them on Abua and Kabul. We decided to just get rid of Martin Yol because we didn't have a manager contract at the time. So anyway, we jumped into our first game of the episode against this guy who had a French team. The highlights of his team is probably an Henry, Briand, Gallas, and a gold centre defensive mid and keeper, but I don't know what their names were. But anyway, early on, a lovely header from Kabul. We're pretty dangerous from corners because Kabul and Sarko are pretty big units, so they pretty much header everything. And then some good pace by Briand. A nice little fake shot to leave the defender on his arse, and he sticks it home to make it 2-0 in the 30th minute. And then some lovely dribbling from Gourcuff. I thought would have had a penalty there. Nice little fake shot inside. But Abua stole it anyway, and a little bit of calamity of errors off the post, and he decided to stick that one away. And then to finish the route at the end of the game, a lovely cross, and then a beautiful swivelling volley on the turn, half volley, banged it in, bottom left-hand corner to make it 4-0, and that is how it finished. The guy really wasn't great. But then after that game, we decided to go and buy ourselves just a standard bronze pack because a couple of players had contract issues and we didn't really have enough to buy as many gold contracts as we needed, so I knew that you'd get 3 or 4 contracts in a bronze pack. But we also got a couple of Irish players that will come in handy later on in the series, and we got the infamous Northampton away kit that we stuck on to match our Trelleborg home kit. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but we got 2 nice contrasting kits now. And then we jumped into our second game of the episode against this guy who didn't really have any sort of team, I suppose. He had a couple of players playing in the wrong position, but that was to be expected. And he had Fred up front, which was kind of weird, but I haven't seen Fred on this game at all. But anyway, some strength from Abua early on forced the keeper to make a save, and Briand was on hand to smash home the 75,000 rebound. And then Briand released Abua, and he's going to slot those home every time, isn't he? He's not going to miss those. Too easy, finesse around the keeper to make it 2-0 in the 33rd minute, and then I really just couldn't break this guy down. I don't know what it was. He was a pretty good player, even though his team didn't have much chemistry or anything like that, so it finished 2-0. And then there's the Irish players coming into play already. I decided to discard my bronze left back because it was just easier than going to buy another contract for him. And then Gourcuff had a contract issue, so we went and bought him one. We stuck it on him. And then we jumped into our final game of the episode against this guy who had like 43 chemistry, wasn't great, he was a shit player. This must have been generally his starter pack team because he had no chemistry and his team was just horrible. So pretty early on, in the 10th minute I believe, Briand went through, kind of lucky there to get past the slide tackle, but he's going to finish those all day long, isn't he? Kind of weird, he got pushed there, the impact engine was a little bit of a failure in this game, but it doesn't matter. And Abua went through, and an easy sort of left-footed finesse. I don't know what the keeper was doing. They are bronze, I suppose, so yeah. But we did score 3 there in a row really consecutively and quickly. That was in the 16th minute, and that was straight after the other one that was in the 15th minute. And then to finish the game, Abua went through and smashed it home to make it 4-0 in the 36th minute, and this guy was just thinking, fuck this, I just don't want to be here. So from the kickoff, he quit, and that was pretty much the end of the game. And this is going to be the end of this episode, guys. If you are enjoying this series, then please hit the like button. It takes me 4 or 5 hours to make each episode, so if you do hit the like button, it really shows me that you're enjoying this. And subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you guys on my next episode.